Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Moments with Me, the show where I talk about my personal experiences and my life stories. Artem, welcome back for another great episode. In today's episode, I wanted to do the part two to the 2026 progress, talking about kind of where I am right now, kind of what I'm doing good at, and what I need to improve on, and that sort of thing. So, with that being said, let's get straight into it. So, I will say, now that we're halfway into the year, which is crazy to think about, it's really flying by. At the time that this episode is coming out, it's going to be July. That's insane. Like, what happened to time? What happened to this year? You know, it's crazy. It's crazy. Um, but I will say this. I'm gonna. I think it's probably better that I start off with the positives of this year so far. Now that I'm halfway through, which I will start by saying that I have been a lot, and I mean a lot more productive than I was last year. A lot more. Because I'm reading a lot more, which is really crazy. Like, it's sad, but also a cool thing to think about. Because I've read two books this year, and again, that's more than I've read last year. That's crazy. I've started, praying, meditating, journaling, doing things like that to take care of my mental well-being, which I think has been very, very helpful. Very helpful. It's really helped me with taking care of myself, which I've been saying time and time again that I've been needing to do because I had overwhelmed myself. I was going through a lot of different emotions at the time. So I think it's great that I'm actually prioritizing my well being. That I've been a little kinder to myself because I feel like before, if I had, I don't want to say failed, but, fallen back a little or done whatever, I think before I had kind of critiqued myself for it or, given myself trouble for it. Whereas now, I kind of feel like it motivates me to do better, to do better the next day. And I think that's such a positive shift and change. Also, another benefit is I think before I was very like iffy on whether or not I wanted to date again. I was kind of like, oh, I don't know if I'm ready to date. I don't know if I want to date, that sort of thing. Whereas I think now I'm a lot more open to it. I'm a lot more open to it. And I've kind of learned that I can still take care of myself while being with someone. I think before with dating, my mindset was, oh, I need to prioritize them and, do all that stuff, which is a good habit to have, but I don't think it's a good habit to have right away. So I'm learning now that like I can still do that and still date, you know? And so I'm more open to hopefully maybe eventually finding someone and having a deep emotional connection with her and I think it'll be great. I gotta say, I had some really fun experiences this year. I I watched the Chiefs game, the Blues Knights game. I went to the Golden Knights watch parties with the Stanley Cup final. I went to the emo night concert. I went to the Geronimo Film Festival. I went to Laguna Beach, which I'm going to talk about that in the next episode. But yeah, I feel like so far I've had some pretty good experiences and I want to keep them going because I need to start taking myself out more and doing things like that. And I will say, as for the thing that I think maybe needs, I don't want to say is bad, but maybe the thing that needs a little work is, for one, I'd like to travel more, which I know that I'm going to be taking a cruise trip this month, and I just went to Laguna, but it would be cool. I was wanting to do a solo trip. I don't know when it's going to happen. I don't know if it'll happen. I really want it to happen, but I don't know. Again, I don't know. Like, I'm trying to figure that out. I'm trying to figure that out. Also, with work, it's a bit of a pain to get time off. So I don't know how I'm going to make that work, but I'm going to try. I'm going to try. Uh, Something that I keep pushing off that I know I need to do is I need to take care of my health. Like, because I know I was talking before about taking care of my mental health, which is good, but I need to go to the doctors. I need to go to the dentist. I need to go to the chiropractor to help with my back pain that I keep having. So I need to prioritize doing that going into the second half of the year. I feel like with the first half of the year, I did a lot of pre-planning, like I did a lot of writing of scripts and consuming and doing all that stuff, which is good. And I think that's good too because I had a time where I was doing a lot of creating. So I think it's good to balance that out with a lot of consuming. But I think that now that I've written quite a bit of scripts, I want to start filming stuff. I want to start bringing these movies to life. And I think the next half of this year, I need to start just making that happen. I need to start bringing these projects to life. And speaking of which, I will say another thing that I'm trying to figure out currently is really finding the right routine. It's really finding the right routine because I because I like walking, I like learning with acting and filmmaking and that sort of thing too. But I want to prioritize kind of finding what routine works for me. I'm still trying to figure that out because I'm also trying to go on walks, listen to podcasts to learn, read and journal and write scripts and all that stuff. I'm still trying to figure that out. And I will say another, like, kind of to add on to the routines thing, because I think this is part of the problem, is I need to be on social media less. I feel like there's days where I do pretty good about being off of it. And then there's other days where I'm on it so much that it just drives me nuts. So I know that's something I need to work on, and that's probably part of the whole finding the right routine thing. But yeah, so I'll figure it out. I'm gonna do my best with that. But overall, I gotta say, 2026 has been off to a pretty good start for this first half. I think I'm accomplishing a lot more than I did last year, and that's good. And I would really, really like to keep that going and accomplish a lot more and make this my best year yet because there's still a whole nother half to it. Well, guys, I think that's all the time that I have for this episode. So if you liked it, please make sure you like and subscribe. And let me know in the comments how your year is going and if you have any goals for yourself this year. With all that being said, I'll talk to you guys next time.